squeeze the trigger. Step the weapon. Declare.
Wale wapande wanasubiri nini wale? They know there. They are coming from here. Yeah? The target will be there and they start from here.
They are coming here?
Yeah. You know when they are
Elia.
hapo.
Elia.
Simama huko. Wako position gani? Control your fire as well.
Ndi mulutalo.
Bakwena okubeko.
Temanyi. Ndemanyi bino. Elia ndi mulutalo. Non-stop.
What are stupid?
Mulwadde wa mutima naye abeera kumpi wali ebireekaana.
Avandi, operation takola ki?
Wakalaba bameka. Let us stand.
We'll be shooting from this position where we're standing right now. They'll be shooting from here, shooting at 200 meters. Then from there, we shall see the application of machine guns. The application of machine guns when you are standing, when support moving the forces, but unfortunately, maybe if you are coming in the next 30 days, we shall be having a general exercise with the Final College. I request you come. We'll have the general exercise.
You finance me, I will come.
Yes, sir. So that you see exactly how we do, because they are going to get a bit, 50% of what we do, yes, sir.
I understand.
So we request in case in your schedule you organize, you come, we give you the general play. Then from there, we shall see the RPG firing. The RPG firing will be combined with the other general weapons. At the end of it.
You talk to.
Aren't you wasting government money here?
Right, sir. Here we train, first training is about, first you have to remember what you didn't know, but you've forgotten. That's one. The second one, you have to improve the
On what you know.
the quality of training. We do every time. We have been training enough with this fourth intake, but every time we add another element. Like now, the other soldiers you saw down there, they have just started. But at the end, we shall also add. We shall train fighting at night. Okay. We have to do night firing, day and night, which we didn't have there.
Basic skills. But once this soldier completes his basic training and is deployed in a division, it's not only 3 divisions that undertakes training, all other divisions do that. So here, the main objective is to customize them to the conditions they are going to face, to align them with the task. That's why we undertake training here. Every soldier that comes to 3 division, like any other division, must undergo this kind of training in order for them to acclimatize with what is going to happen on ground, to build the confidence, and to polish the skills, to sharpen the skills, especially in the skill at arms, because in basic training it is so limited. It is so limited. So that's why we have to undertake very serious training here for 3 months. And vigorous. Actually, the training here is more vigorous than the basic training. That's what Kanachongwe undertakes.
The Deputy RDC Cabo, Madam Carol, the President's Advisor, the DPC, and the media fraternity. My name is Lieutenant Colonel Gaston Mugarra. I'm the commanding officer 4-5 Infantry Battalion based in Kabong. Kabong is at the farthest point of the country. We share a border with the Republic of Kenya in the east and part of the north. Then South Sudan, partly in the north. In the west we have Karenga district. In the south is Kotido district. Like my colleague has just alluded here, generally the security situation in Cordon is relatively calm. The disarmament operations, specifically usalama kwa wote, has yielded very good results. We have recovered very many guns through voluntary means, others by forceful means. The president gave amnesty to all the criminals who are holding guns, that whoever voluntarily hands over his gun is left to go. Very many of them had their appeal and handed over their guns. However, others up to today are still holding their guns. They have refused to hand over their guns, and we are looking out for them. As of today, ever since Usalama operation was launched, in Kabongo district alone, we have recovered 207 guns with 683 rounds of ammunition recovered. But like I've said, other criminals have stubbornly refused to listen, despite the joint efforts that we put in. And these efforts, of course, range from community mobilization meetings. We arrange meetings like the meeting you had in Kotido yesterday. We talk to them, local leaders talk to them, security personnel talk to them. Those who listen to the advice come out and hand over their guns. Those who refuse to hand over their guns, we have to apply forceful means. And some of the forceful means that we apply is the cordon and search operations that we conduct. Now, cordon and search operation, of course, purposely, its major purpose is to arrest wanted persons, capture documents, recover guns or ammunition. And most of these operations, they are guided by intelligence. Usalama operation is an intelligence-led operation. In that, in whatever operation that we conduct, we have intelligence at the forefront. This intelligence, of course, is acquired through the local leadership, through the civilian community, and even from within, because we have databases, we have information about these people. Most of the people that still have guns in Kabongo district, some of them are known. And we get this information from the reformed warriors, from the suspects that we arrest, that is through investigations and interrogation. We get information from them. So once we get information that someone is hiding in a certain village, we organize a cordon and search with the local leadership, with the GISOs. Then we go there, we cordon off that area. We make sure no one escapes from the cordon, and we screen them. Screening is a joint exercise that involves the security personnel, the security forces, that is police, us too, Uganda People's Defense Forces, the community themselves, the local leadership, starting from LC1 up to the district local council chairperson. They know these people who have guns. Also, we are helped by the GISOs, the Gombora internal security officers. Those ones who are based in those very villages, they know who is a visitor, who is armed, and who is not armed. But in whatever we do in the conduct of all this, of course, we're always very, very careful in the treatment of civilians. You know, UPDF, we have respect for the civilian community. And when these soldiers are going to operate, of course, they are very well briefed. They must treat civilians humanely. They shouldn't harass. They shouldn't torture. Even during screening, the aspect of screening, we make sure that everybody comes out from their home. They are gathered outside there. The initial screening, of course, screening itself also has stages. The initial screening, we make sure children, the women, elderly are separated from the able-bodied men. Now, once those ones are separated, they are left to go. Because in the history of Karamoja, we have not had any case of any woman who has been found to be armed. So women are innocent in all these operations. They are left to go. Their only role that women play is to give us information. Because there are some men who are armed, and we may not be knowing that so-and-so is armed, but the moment they get a misunderstanding in their homes, you find a woman walking in to the barracks or to the office of the DISO or to the office of any local leader or even RDC, then they say, no, my man is armed. So their role is very, very important. They give us information, even counseling their men. Those who are involved in criminality, raiding, robberies, thefts, when we talk to these women, they send out a message. So back to the aspect of screening, I said we make sure the children, the women, the elderly are separated from the able-bodied men. Now, even when we go to the able-bodied men that we suspect to be involved in criminality, we follow up the information that led us to the conduct of that operation, Cordon and search. That is the people that we know. We find out. We ask the LC1 chairperson of the village, the Gomboro, the GISO, the Gomboro Internal Security Officer. Do you know this one? He says, I know. Do you know this one? No, I don't know. So that one, we put him aside. Now, those ones that we pick out, we bring them to the battalion headquarters and we subject them to thorough investigations and interrogation. We make sure investigations are speedy. Those ones that we have zeroed on, we believe that they have guns. If we are able to recover, we recover. Those ones that stubbornly refuse to hand over their guns, then we hand them over we forward them for prosecution. So basically, when we are conducting cordon and search, the first stage is gathering information, like I've briefed you. We get this information, we identify a village where we are going to operate. After identifying a village that we are going to operate, we assemble a force that is police, AS2, and UPDF. And the next stage that follows is briefing. Like from here, we shall go where the troops are going to be. We brief them. In briefing, we emphasize the do's and don'ts. The respect for the civilian community. That one should be number one. General discipline. No stealing. No picking of any item that is not of security nature and interest. So from there, most of these cordon operations, we conduct them at dawn. So movement is conducted at night, so that we make sure that everybody, by the time we get to these villages, everybody is within the village and sleeping. So we cordon off the area. Now, these other elements, searching, screening, those ones are done in the morning. That's when we screen, and those ones that we have zeroed on, we bring them to the battalion headquarters and we subject them for further investigations and interrogation to specifically pick out people of security interest or equipment. Thank you. I think let me start with the last question and what seems to be an area of interest involving these women.
Domestic violence, DPC will come in.
The cases of the raid.
No, domestic violence in relation to disarmament.
To disarmament. Of course, it's not that to answer my colleague here directly, that does it mean that we are benefiting from domestic violence? Yes and no. The rate of domestic violence here in relation to recovery of guns is not at a higher rate. These are isolated cases. the isolated cases when some of these women come up to report. And in issues of security, source protection is the #1 principle when it comes to intelligence. So these are walk-ins. Somebody walks in here secretly. She doesn't come up maybe telling everyone that I've gone to report. She walks out either to a detach or directed to this battalion headquarters and give us this information. And we treat it very in a secretive manner so that it doesn't again leak out. Because if it leaks out, this woman will be in danger. So generally, we protect our sources. Once we get this information, we make sure that the culprits don't get to know how we have got this information from us. Then too, the allegation of torture in Cordon and Moroto. Like I've said, UPDF, we don't torture suspects. These operations that we conduct here, they're always intelligence-led. By the time we go out to arrest someone, that means we have enough information about him. And it's very hard for him to deny. So in most of these cases, that's why we have even managed to recover all of these guns, 200. The moment we zero on someone and we go out to pick someone, we already have a lot of information. There are people, we already have suspects here who give us information that Mr. So-and-so is armed. So the moment we bring him here, the other person is able to tell him that you are armed with this type of gun. So we are able to recover. We have not had cases of maybe forcing people to reveal information which may be turned into torture or harassment. The moment we pick out, some of these guns come out very, very easily. The issue of my colleague asked about Kenya, that is a very big challenge. It's one of the challenges that we have here. We have ungoverned spaces here, and that's the biggest problem in Kabongo here and Karamoja in general. Kenya here, part of Kenya, especially where the Turkanas are, and the South Sudan, where the Toposas live, there are very many guns. So it's very easy for someone from Kabong to walk out there and buy a gun and get ammunition. So that's one of the major challenges that we are getting in Kabongo here. We disarm today, the next day somebody goes and acquires another gun. So that's a very big challenge. Probably we have addressed this to government. Probably at the national level, they will try to engage at governments in South Sudan and Kenya, such that something is done. Probably the operations, the disarmament operations that are being conducted here can as well be conducted the other side, so that we are also safe. Yeah. Be more than 5. They cannot be more than 5. They are rare cases where women come up. And like you know, Karamoja, even some of these women are beneficiaries. So there are very few people, there are very few women who come out to report to their women that they have guns, because they are also benefiting from this gun. Yeah. Kati Nantikano Gaston Mugarura, nza akulira amaje ge Kabongo 45 Infantry Battalion. Tugezezaako nnyo obudde obw'emabega Karamoja and Kabongo in particular yalina emundu nyingi ng'abantu balina emundu, naye tugezezaako okwogera nabo. President yabawa ekisonyiwo amnesty. Omuntu aleeta emundu nga tumusonyiwa tatwalibwa mu kooti, tumusonyiwa agenda. Naye waliwo abantu abamu balemera emundu n'essaawa ya leero bakyayina emundu. Kati abo abalemera emundu beebu tuorganizing operations, tutegeka ebikwekweto ne tugenda. Mu bikwekweto bino mwe muli n'ekya Cordon and Search. Cordon and Search kwegamba kwe kufuna amawulire ku muntu ayina emundu oba omuntu akoze ebikolobero ng'ayina gye yeekwese. Ne tugenda ne twetooloola ekyalo ekyo, then abantu bonna ne tubajjamu ne tujjamu oli gwe twagala. Omuntu gwe tuba twagala oba emundu tuginoonya mu nnyumba, naye omuntu gwe tuba twagala amawulire agasinga tugajja mu bantu ba bulijjo be batugamba nti omuntu gundi alabika alina group eno egenda okubba ente oba Kotido oba Kenya oba egenda Moroto oba ine mundu oba yatta omuntu ne tugenda kati bwe tutuuka mu kyalo ekyo abantu bonna nga tumaze okubakuŋŋaanya LC1 chairman w'ekyalo abeerawo Giso omukulu w'ebyokwerinda mu Gombolola naye abeerawo ate naffe olumu tubeera tulina amannya ag'abantu abo be tuba tunoonya kati bwe tutuuka wali bwe tuba tumusanzeemu nga tumugjamu nga tumuleeta bwe tuba tetumusanzeemu ng'abantu tubaleka bo baba nga tebalina kizibu. Ebikwekweto bino bituyambye nnyo mu Kabongo tusobodde okufuna emmundu 207 n'amasasi 683 bukya ebikwekweto bino ebyokujja abantu ba bulijjo okubajjako emmundu bitandika. Kati ebizibu bye tusanga okusinga mu operations zaffe zino mu bikwekweto byaffe bino oba okufuna emmundu ebisinga obungi ebizibu bingi naye ebizibu ebisinga obungi kyekizibu kye tuyina kati ng'okuva e Kenya wano Abaturukana bwe babeera eri abantu balina emmundu batambula nga bwe baagala e South Sudan awo waliwo eggwanga ly'abantu be bayita Abatoposa nabo babeera n'emmundu batambula nga bwe baagala so kakati wano Uganda gavumenti etaddemu amaanyi abantu ebajjako emmundu naye emmundu ogimuggyako olwaleero enkeera n'agenda e Kenya n'agula emmundu endala oba n'agenda e South Sudan n'agula emmundu endala so kati awo nsuubira gavumenti ejja kwogera ne gavumenti zino ezituliraanye ye Kenya ne South Sudan nabo basobole okutegeka ebikwekweto nga bino abantu basobole okubeera mu mbeera eya bulijjo n'okwekulaakulanya kubanga insecurity eno enyize nnyo abantu ebisolo byabwe bibbibwa abantu bafa enkulaakulana teriiwo. Batuyambye nnyo abakyala nga bw'omanyi nti bantu ba mutima mugonvu abamu bavaayo ne batubuulira ne baripootinga nti babba baabwe abamu bayina emmundu naye ate ne bali ababa tebavuddeeyo nabo tuorganizinga enkiiko ne twogera nabo mulimu NGOs mu Kabongo district ne security personnel tugenda ne tuorganizinga enkiiko zino ne twogera n'abantu kati abakyala bo omugaso gwabwe kugenda ne boogera ne babba baabwe nti bannange ebintu bino ebyobumenyi bw'amateeka mubiveemu mujja kufiirayo mukomewo ewaka tukuze abaana baffe n'abamu bawuliriza omulango ogwo ne bavaayo so abakyala batuyambye nnyo balina omulimu gw'amaanyi gwe bakoze mu bikwekweto by'e Karamoja. Ngambye abamu abakyala bajja mpola mpola ne batubuulira kati ekyo kibeerawo nga bafunyemu obutakkaanya ne babba baabwe najja n'atubuulira n'atugamba omusajja yabadde ayagala kunkuba ayagala kunzita naye ayina emmundu kakati bw'aba atuleetedde information ng'eyo tukikwata bulungi tetusobola kumwasanguza nti ate baawa amutegeere oba abantu b'oku kyalo bamutegeere kuba obulamu bwe tuba tubuteeka mu buzibu mu matigga kati eyo information tugikwata bulungi ne tugifollowing up omusajja ne tumukwata bw'aba ayina emmundu ne tugiggyayo bw'aba talina mmundu nakyo era tuba tukitegeera. Waliwo neyambuzizzaako ekibuuzo wano mbadde neerabidde okukiddamu omuntu baba nga bakuwaayiriza nti olina emmundu tukyandolinga tutya. Tulina investigative bodies mu UPDF buli unit even the smallest unit weebeera kawabeere ku detach wabeerawo abantu abasobola okunoonyereza ezo cases zibeeramu mulimu omuntu okuba nga alina obutakkiriziganya ne munne najja n'amulimbirira n'agamba gundi ayina emmundu ne kati ffe kye tukola tukola nga bwe nabagambye nti operation zaffe zino ebikwekweto byaffe bino byonna biri joint tulina poliisi tulina internal security UPDF tulina ASTU so tutuula wamu ne tunoonyereza ne tumanya kituufu omuntu ono ayina emmundu oba talina mmundu era bwe kisangibwa nga omuntu talina mmundu alekebwa n'agenda tetubeera na muntu atalina musango. Getting to get what? A businessman or woman involved in getting guns and arming these people. No, that one we have not put in the case ever since this operation started. The only issue, actually some of the checkpoints that you have talked about, they have helped us a lot. We monitor this Kabong, Kotido, Abim Road. There are checkpoints there. Kotido, Moroto, Soroti. There are checkpoints there. Those are some of the measures that have been introduced and have even led to the improvement of security. Right now, the rate of raids have gone down. Even thefts, even normal thefts, have also gone down. And this has been helped by those measures, like you have mentioned, the checkpoints along these routes.
OC admin company here take you through the brief background of the disarmament scenario conducted here in Karamoja region, Kabong, following the amnesty which was given by His Excellency the President that all Karamojong who illegally own guns be given amnesty to voluntarily hand over their guns to their respective leaders or the nearby barracks. This was mostly done through community mobilization meetings where warriors would meet their leaders and talk without fear. Iron sheets and other incentives for resettlement. However, though the amnesty yielded fruits, some remnants still remain with their guns illegally and are being used in cattle raiding, robbery, and other organs, thus providing a peaceful living environment in Karamoja sub-region. Various offensive and defensive operations have been conducted to curb down warriors in Kabongo district that have sabotaged the people's peaceful living, and among them include the ISA group operating along a border between Kabongo and involved in criminality. Current intelligence reports indicate that criminal elements of Kabongo East group are hiding in some manyata around the barracks guns, soldiers charge guns. Therefore, the commanding officer for 5 Infantry Battalion tasked to identify the manyata, apprehend those warriors, recover guns, and any other dangerous. I request to call upon the Commander Cordon Search Operation to dress forward, issue orders for Cordon Search to his subordinate commanders.
My subordinate commanders, Sergeant Ekwang Alfred, Commander Ina Cordon, Private Nandovia Judis, Commander Makech, Commander Screening Team, Private Namusis Anet, Commander KG Troops, Private Musabye Mungu Cornis, Commander Reserve Troops. Permission to carry on, sir. Orders. Situation. Enemy forces. Strength. 6 men. Intentions. Attack soldiers of 4-5 battalion and charge guns. They are dressed in half combat and others are in civilian clothes. They are at Namurkok village. Equipment, nil. Enemy tactical doctrine. Before the operation, friendly forces, we have platoon 2 in Rudwara to secure Rudwara, and platoon 3 at the battalion headquarters to secure the headquarters. Attachments and detachments. Attachments, we have Uganda Police Force, we have ASTU and ISO. At the Namurkok village, by that time group, 19-14-00 Chari, September 24, in order to allow admin company secure the population. I say again, platoon 1 of admin company will conduct a cordon and search operation to apprehend wanted personnel and recover illegal weapons at the Namurkok village by death time group 1914-00 Charlie, September 24 of admin COI, will conduct a cordon and search operation with all its elements, that is, outer cordon troops. At exactly 10:00 hours, we shall move in a single file formation towards the west direction, and when we reach at the road junction, it will be our forward RV. We shall halt for accountability of personnel and weapons. After accountability of personnel and weapons, we shall advance, cross the main.
Tashi ya kwangu yuko kwenda kuzingira sehemu ya wabaya, sehemu wako.
Commander search
is to go and search for wanted men and legal guns.
Okay. Synchronize your watches according to mine. The time now is 10:05 hours, and when I say time, it will be 10:06 hours. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The time now is 10:06 hours. Commanders, go and brief your men. Hurry up. Jambo sir. That marks the end of issuance of operation orders. I request your permission to carry on with the execution of my mission, sir.
Permission is granted.
Commander in Cordon troops.
Stop.
Anza mwendo.
Move.
Move, move.
Kale sewa.
Naye bikwate nawe zenkyasa atuwatiri
two people, one for wheel. Aya, 2-3 Whisker. This is 1-2 Bravo calling. Asante. Aya, marzia hiyo halafu ujulishe mimi huko. Na sisi ile kazi ya kwetu kuwe rahisi.
Ka kele peta itiata itichilogo kapei tokere itichilogo kitia kini ajok.
Tuchumalize kazi za kwetu, tutarudi huko, tunawaachia mnafanya kazi za kwenyu kawaida.
Kana boker ka ina itichilogo ilipeta bagar ka kidada da kapei tokere kia de kine data ka lo tichidio ku.
Jambo la kuzingatia, hakuna mtu mwenye anaruhusiwa kukimbia ama kutoka nje. Uchikimbie jese mezingira tayari wanaenda kupiga.
Akro una polo kono wenye beti tungana nteme loria logo. Ka itungana ngine mi gumiot eton tandang.
Kwa hivyo naomba chairman atoka nje akuja tufungulie mlango ili tuone namna ya kufanya kazi za kwetu.
Ilipita na hii chairman lokere logo booking akidha yake koriki dia odha loreken.
Chairman atufungue mlango na mapatia dakika 5. Nyinyi wote mkwe mmetoka nje.
Ke chairman ani bunia ngareke kena kinta ngada kangan ever ada to pudun talkinga.
So at this to come and open, we greet him and we tell him why we are here.
Nyakati kapo
Habari asubuhi.
Balai chairman.
Damit.
Sisi tumekuja hapa tuko jeshi ya government.
Panta bana ke raka bangi digaralu kapukan.
Tumesikia kwamba usiku ya leo adui 6 wamelala hapa.
Rarta.
Hao watu wanaiba minyama ya watu usiku na sera. Alafu baadaye wanakuja wanajificha hapa kwako.
Kangi toanga nikapengulwe boko yakadhe nege. Yarangule
ojua wao tuelezee ile kazi ya kwete kwa rais.
Ekile peta ba ya tamara niki yeni yang tongu ikile makeza tokere tanyu ne tongolo kognere kichai mole ere na wai. Dadi tokere tich torto kya
Haye ne ongeze.
Haya, kwa hivyo wewe ita watu yako.
Ka niki kwende tanyara kuntunga dada kinga. Dadang. Gidong tani pei.
Haya.
But main inside, those who are guilty, they will still remain inside. Innocent will come out, but those search team is going to be there. Then the search team will search them themselves to confirm that they are going to enter here inside with nothing. When they find something inside here, things will found. Haya, soldiers wale wawili wako wapi? Ndio.
Ndio baya. Ape mno. Bwana ke.
Pato matoi.
Mtu sasa.
Bamono.
Alam to era pukan iye kinga.
Bwana bai. Oita koi.
Trinera ba?
Ba. What bai mono? Dala bai ba. Oita ba. Ba.
Rumani bagian.
Ba mono.
Nomor erno.
Apana?
Ape mono.
The village is a collection of more than this. Hey, this single home.
It is not a home.
The village is so many people. Hey, so we're not seeing it.
There are very many partitions.
How many households? Are they?
Very close down.
Ape mono.
Interesting.
And you stole my money. You entered there with your gun and you are alleging that it is mine. the canine group, the one with the sniffer dog may be there, laying ambush. You enter, I kill you, I die with you. So the dog, the canine group, at the moment we get a gun, immediately he writes the report. Tumekuja kusearch nyinyi, mmeona watu wetu wenye wanaenda kusearch nyinyi.
Napanda akicheki ngaye hivi. Itete ngitoa ndio kile gwe ne. Kiche lost akia kwara kuria kilenya.
Kuna mwenye umeona yuko na aro?
Yidi tani aro mitakwara.
Aime. Alafu tuchukute kama viko ndani hapo vitakuwa that whatever we find inside it is theirs. So we pick one by one. We go inside with them has the house. Hey, you can see one with a house and a wife and children inside there. Okay. So the procedure should be one by one, but because of time we are going to take all of them. Yeah. Inside.
Can I give them Mwagwe?
Okay. After the operation.
Bwana tambula ngemfuna yo.
Ingia ndani alafu anaingia baada ya
Sure.
If you want
Suspect.
Wow, this is amazing. Let me try horse.
You want the picture?
Just one shot.
Bring him here. The search has been conducted in your premises.
How many bullets?
Six, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23.
In grazing their cows. So when we find you with these arrows and bombs, you can pass here. You can pass here. I don't want to risk it. You can pass here. Come this side. Umekata?
Carry your pepe.
Hey, I think you have seen, eh?
Yes.
He has a gun. So someone to take pics of the gun and the
Check. Man, what is his name?
Isa.
Hello, what's your name?
Isa.
Roma Huntam.
Such pattern you can enter and search more things because he may be having 2 more guns.
So is it possible that someone can have a gun and still come out and pretend?
And escort. Kujapa, escort huyo. Wanted person is bad.
Where is this gun?
The gun is there. Commander, kamata silaha yako.
How many rounds and the number?
Gun number. Stage. We screen. Are you innocent? So after screening, we confirm whether they are innocent or wanted. When we find that they are wanted, we take it in. Yes. These ammunitions, because some ammunitions may be stolen. Hey, we want to confirm.
Let's go.
Withdraw.
Have these people in our database, the information we get from the reformed warriors. So we then detect them. Those ones that are found to be innocent without any connection to criminality, we just leave them.
Now this one here, as security, do you have the names of every of the Giso maybe and the Pisos can help us? They have
It's an entire village. Not like ours down there where you come from. This one now is an entire village. There is an LOC1 chairperson. There is a Giso of this sub-county here who has everything.
Okay.
Yeah.
Their life situation. So they put their name and the name of the father in the ID. But when you want to look for that person in the ID, you may not know, because it's a taboo to call a man by his name. You have to call him by the bull name. And that is how we easily get them. So sometimes the officers have a name in the ID, they look for this person, they will even look for the person with the person they are looking for.
Wanauliza tulipata uniform namna gani?
This is a demonstration.
No, sometimes it is
no, but even if it's a demonstration, this uniform is you get they allege that. That is why I'm asking that question. You get me? Because they also damage the name of the force.
Absolutely.
You get me? This is a very, very disciplined force that, for example, a Karachuna like this should not damage their name that the commander gave me. Huh? What is that? That is why even if we are demonstrating this one, ask him where he got the uniform from. If we waylaid one of our men, that's a criminal. Not so? Yes.
They admire
to disguise.
No, but not.
Mama, These two, they are innocent. You can. Gentlemen, this marks the end of our demonstration, but it determines.
Team, thank you, sir. We register our procession. Big thanks to the commanding officer and the security forces, the police, the ASTU, the ISO. And now, so you allow us head to the district headquarters.
Yeah, been in more situations I don't know.
Madam, well put on show. Invited. came. We thank you very much. Nashukuru kwamba mlialikwa na mkakubali kuja, halafu mkashindwa au heshima yake. Baadaye atakagua parade, kisha ataelekea mawake. Baadaye waziri wa ulinzi ichamwanga kanagumu kwanja wa Afrika first guard. On cadet graduation, the colors lead the parade. the offspring to serve our country. Both the Deputy CDF and the Minister and the invest persons. So at this juncture, to come and address you. It serving this academy from the various universities.
We've achieved this using very little. I was impressed that this course was run entirely by us. So it was our integral capacity to achieve this on our own. When I saw your demonstrations, they depicted a lot of professionalism. I was really impressed at your stamina. Somebody who's never swum will not know what you guys were going through in the water. Paddling for that long and keeping your head above the waterline for that long. We discovered strategic resources in the Albertine region. These resources are not only going to help Uganda, these resources are going to help the region. And we are banking on you people to help protect these resources. We have operations even at the coastline. AMISOM, AU, the African Union, is depending on Uganda, UPDF, the Marines, to secure key installations in AMISOM, in Mogadishu. Now, the products are coming from here, such a humble place. So I think you people are doing a very, very good job.
In 2007, when we deployed the first AMISOM Marine component, and that AMISOM Marine component gave confidence to the air industry to increase the aircraft in and out of Mogadishu port, and the humanitarian ships landing at Mogadishu port. Training has been considered one of the most important critical projects needed to have the competencies in the attainment of the mission. The school has the mission of being a center of excellence for training in maritime warfare.
Attention. Bump.
Kilo.